What's on the menu tonight, Michael? Glad you asked. Tonight, we're having roast beef sandwich and chow mein noodles. I'm into the danger zone, crossing the highway. This is where the trail comes out. Gotta hurry up. People are giving me like these looks. This is the way in. No vehicles beyond this point. And no camping, I'll wager. Looks like there's been some horses in here. I guess, well, it's horses and dirt bikes. So a lot of these big trails are for both, I suppose. And in the wintertime, snowmobiles, obviously, you saw the sign. There's a river over there. All right, I think I found it. Got a little, got the highway behind me over there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. But I'm gonna set my stuff down and see how I look as far as like where the trail is and where I'm at. It's hard to find trees for the hammock in places like this, but oh, this is actually nice over there. All right, well, worked up a sweat getting that taken care of, but shelter's up and I got a spot dug for the twig stove. All right, well, seems like I get one problem licked and then I get plagued with another problem. I'm running low on battery, so I need to get this show on the road. This is really irritating to me. All right, so this is Fatwood, if I haven't mentioned it before. This is a really good source of being able to get your fire going. So I'm gonna put some of that right in there. Just like that. Let's get a bunch of this in here. All right, now. Here's a real good trick. So, you take your knife and you straight scrape along here. I may have showed this a couple times before, but what this does is this creates a really fine, not dust, but some shavings that will catch a spark real easily. So you want to get a bunch of these. And the best thing to do is to set one end of the stick down on something hard, a piece of bark. In this instance, I'm using the case for the twig stove. And you get a bunch of these shavings. All prepared up. Doing your best to keep them all contained. You get a nice little pile of them like that. Hope the fucking camera's still going. Now I'm going to take these shavings and voila. All right. Gotta put the short stuff down in there. I need the top to boil water. In the billy pot. I want to get this water on and boiling here. All right, water's on. I even brought a plate. Okay. So, I wasn't sure what the situation was going to be like, so I got a sandwich. I'm gonna let the water go. Garbage in the bag. All right. My chair was sinking. The water is boiled. I'm just gonna set it there for a little bit when I get the other pot. Crash in the bag. When I leave here, no one will ever know I was here. Unless they catch me. Then they'll clearly know I was here. Alright. So, if you've watched me, there's something in my mouth and I don't know what it was. Okay, if you've watched me on any of my other videos, you know, my other 5 videos or whatever, you'll know that I like noodles. They're fast, they're easy to fix, low maintenance, low mess. So we're gonna fill it. Woo! Fill it to the line. And let me set that right down there. Let me set this down here. Okay, so I just realized I went through a whole thing and I wasn't even recording. In that time, I'm from Chicago. Well, I'm from New Hampshire, but in Chicago, where I live, Chicagoland, I think I've talked about that in a previous video. This is Half Acre Brewery, and this is a Daisy Cutter. So this is a pale ale, very nice beer. I really like it. If you like a Sierra Nevada pale ale, you'll like this guy. So, but this is really good. Also, in your absence, due to my negligence of pushing record, the dinner water got to a boil, and everybody knows my my love of noodles. If you've watched any of my other 5 videos, that I like noodles. So I was able to find a noodle that I prepared on a video where I camped on an island. I really liked it, but I wasn't able to find it. It was kind of a little bit different than the like typical ramen. Am I saying that right? Doesn't matter. Than those noodles, you know what I mean? It's a little bit different than those, and I kind of really liked it, and I was able to find it. A lot of times I buy things and I don't know where I got them, because I'll stop at any store, random store, and grab something and go, oh, that looks nice, and then I'll get home and I'll be, wow, that's really good. And then a week later I'll be trying to go into the stores that I normally go into and find it and not find it. It's not there because it wasn't in that store that I bought it from. So I put my shegma on because I don't know, it's probably because I stopped moving around so much. It started getting cold, getting a little chillier too. I mean, it's not supposed to get too cold tonight, so I'm not really too concerned about it. But so the noodles are warming up. Good news, I was able to find them. Oh, I got a sandwich from a local grocery store. I don't know if you have them where you are. It's called a Piggly Wiggly. Just thought it was a cute name. But let's see here. I have some Deli Street yellow mustard to put on that. But voila. A little mustard on the roast beef. Oh, don't lose the sandwich. All right, I'm gonna grab my chopsticks. And based on what I'm seeing on the screen, I don't think I need to put up lights yet, so I got my chopsticks. Had to wash them, so I set them in the other bag, not the doodle bag. Ooh, let's get a bite of this. That's a good roast beef. Garlicky, just the way I like it. That was classy. Tomatoes, they never quite break up the way you want them to. The one thing about this that I would improve if I made it is the bread. There's a lot of bread there. I know they probably do that to make you feel like you're full and you got your money's worth, but this is a pretty nice little spot that I got here. Let me lift you up so you can see. I got a little pond behind me. So, look at that. That's kind of nice. You can see the skyline over there. So, ooh, a little heat here. You can't see that. I would have another camera angle, but I'm having battery issues, and look at, I get mad at myself because I should know better by now to bring an iPhone charger cord. Mind you, I'm smart enough to bring my backup battery. No charging cord. So. Noodles are almost done. Seriously, there's a lot of bread on here. Kind of hoping to get some shots with my new camera lenses. I haven't been able to find any. I don't know, because it's winter time and a lot of the animals are hibernating, but there hasn't been really a lot of animals, you know, out here, you know, in the woods. I mean, there's deer, but with all the leaves on the ground and everything, they hear you coming a mile away and they skedaddle, as it were. No owls. I was really hoping for some owls. I was really hoping for even some coyotes. I mean, I heard a fox. I really wished I had the camera going. Foxes make a strange kind of a call when they call. It sounds weird. It doesn't sound like any type of a canine or a dog or anything like that. But pretty much like winter birds, cardinals, chickadees. I mean, there's still a lot of animals out here. Did you see that possum on last week's video? That was funny. I almost walked right underneath that guy. I started walking and I was like, wait a minute. I looked up and saw him just sitting there. And he did not move. So then when I started walking underneath him, he started to take off, and I wished I'd gotten a shot of it. He started to move like he was gonna try to get away, and I walked right underneath him and stopped and turned, and when I turned to look at him, he mid-crawl didn't do it, just froze. You know, that's what they say when they say possums play dead. He just froze. He just completely froze right there in the tree. It's like, if I don't move, no one will see me. They got some really sharp teeth. So they look like they would do a number on you, but they're not really aggressive at all. They're actually quite docile. At least every one I ever met. Okay. Let's try these noodles. You can see the cold air. Go. Noodles, noodles, noodles. Yeah, I like these better. Had a brown sauce. I think they call it oyster sauce. When you go to a Chinese food store to buy sauce, they call it oyster sauce or whatever. But and it's got the shredded vegetables already in the noodles, and they're dried. So it's got carrots and cabbage and stuff like that in there. And then when you rehydrate it, it's all done. You just put the brown sauce on top of it, and the brown sauce is flavoring. You know what I mean? So Yeah, it's way better than the ramen, that's for sure. I think so anyways. What was it my dad used to say when he wanted me to try something that I had never tried before? Try it, you might like it. Oh yeah. That was good stuff. I like that. Get my hands over here by this fire. My fingers are getting cold. Oh yeah, that's better. All right. Some more of these noodles. So, if you've been watching my channel, or if you're new to my channel, thank you, welcome. You've noticed I've been trying some new things. You know, I really kind of, I thought maybe doing like a sitting in the studio, introducing the video type of thing would kind of work in my research. Kind of aggravating because being an old guy, taking tips from someone who's under 20 really kind of hurts your pride a little bit. But all of the researches that I did on making YouTube videos, they all show the same thing. People don't want the long videos. I mean, if you've been making long videos for a long time, but in order to get people into what you're doing, they got to kind of get to know you a little bit, and they're not going to sit around for an hour-and-a-half long video to get to know who you are. But you know, there's a lot of creative things I'd like to try. I've done some of them. Maybe I'll, you know, start another channel for that. Nobody knows. Nobody but me. And if I haven't said so already, or if you haven't figured it out so far, getting smoked out again. More or less, every one of my videos has got to be a stealth video. I mean, I'm gonna do videos that kind of look more like regular kind of camping, you know, and follow the format that so far has worked fine for me. Worked fine for, you know, a lot of the other guys. I watch a lot of the other guys, and I'm fans of the other guys. You know, they say you're not supposed to mention those people on your channel unless you're like, you know them, you know. I don't really know any of those guys. I mean, I feel like I do because I've been watching them, but you know, if you're watching this now, I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Cheers. And I mean, I'm gonna try continuing to mix up what I cook. Really, there's some stuff I've got in the you know, freezer at home that I got it with the intention of cooking it camping, and then, you know, winter came. When winter comes, all the leaves go off the trees, and you can't really hide in the prairie when there's no leaves on the trees. You gotta kind of, you know, get creative. So this spot's kind of cool because, you know, it's next to that little pond. I'm down in kind of like a little bit of a divot, you know what I mean? So I don't know if you can hear it or not. The highway is kind of behind me. But I mean, for the most part, it's pretty quiet right here. So, but it's a nice spot because I'm kind of down low. The ridge kind of goes up around me. It's like a little bit higher. So I'm kind of sunk down a little bit, hides this fire thingy here. I feel like my canopy here kind of hides me from that side, but the trail is a ways back that way. I kind of trucked through an aspen grove that I spotted on the map, and then I like came in here. I didn't realize that this was, I should have looked at the terrain, but you know. All right, gang. Well, it looks a lot brighter on camera than it is here. It's really kind of dark here. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Finish his beer. And warm up that down sleeping bag. The Beeman, made for 20 below. That sucker's warm. So, thanks for watching. Got noodles on my nose. All right. I'd just like to say, if I don't get the chance to say it later, I totally forgot in my last video to say anything at all. But the channel has been growing very slowly, very modestly, but growing nonetheless. So I would really like to say thanks to everybody who has recently subscribed. I hope that you're back and that you're watching this video. And if you are, leave me a comment. I had someone leave me comments on a couple of my videos. I think they were in a different language because they didn't really make any sense to me. However, the structure of the words did indicate that there was some type of a pattern to it. So I would have to say that, you know, it was like, I don't know, maybe they were, I mean, it didn't look like Russian, like typing, because that has a very distinct, there's like certain like characters that you can tell very distinctly. I mean, it seemed almost like it was maybe like an Asian language that was probably typed in kanji, and then the computer like translated it into like English characters, which the words didn't really make any sense. I just said thank you because I didn't know what to say. But if you just started with the channel, here's a Wisconsin cheese curd I'm gonna eat just for you. Taking one for the team. That's me. I'm a team player, especially when it comes to cheese curds and beer. All right. Well, I'm gonna finish this beer. I'm gonna tidy up. I don't have very much battery life left, so I'm gonna have to make this quick and turn the camera off. I won't be able to get any shots in the morning, so I want to try and turn it back on and get some shots of the night sky over here a little bit. But it was a good camp. If you enjoyed it, I really would appreciate it if you would remember to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and maybe even share it with somebody who you think would enjoy this. So, but at this rate, I'm gonna have to see you in the morning. My battery's dying. I gotta turn this off or I won't have any more camera left for morning. All right, see you in the morning. Let's do this. Oh, good morning. It wasn't that cold last night, honestly, but it was actually quite quiet. I heard a couple of little critters moving around in the night, but I think they smelled me. They didn't want to come near, so. Okay, well, I'm gonna get up and get out. As I left the Jeep on a side street. No, I hear geese. I thought I heard kids or something. Oh, it's like, no, that's them. Cobra chickens. All right, I gotta find my hat, clearly. It's not helping. Okay, more later.